Watch what's approaching, the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
What's good, everyone? Good morning, and hopefully you guys are having a good weekend. The upcoming chain battle mode will be the Omega Shenron enemy. So, it does start, I think, on November 11th, and then it'll last throughout the week to November 17th. Of course, being Omega Shenron, it is a little bit kind of around the GT theme. So, of course, you can kind of tell what kind of units will have the advantage with that. So, I think based on the mission itself, I thought it had listed what categories have the advantage for this. Let's take a quick look, because I did think it was listed here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. So the advantageous categories are Shadow Dragon Saga, the new Grade 8 Power, as well as the what is this one? Inhuman Bees, or whatever ridiculous name they called it. But those are basically the three categories that will have the advantage against this enemy right here. And it kind of breaks down the previous ones and whatnot. Let's just go into this one and just kind of start taking a look. You saw this section above it right here, where this is basically the best options to go with in terms of like the actual unit to attack with. So you've got the new Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as well as the tech version, the Spirit Bomb GT Goku, as well as the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So let's kind of just take a look. This is kind of nice on Datago4's website, because it does give you the option to kind of select, the 6 supporters on the basically the selection, right, from your friends. I think in terms of like the chain power, I guess that is your connector, basically, in terms of like the most prolific partner, I guess, so to speak, right? And if we take a look here, let's just start clicking through. So I think the red star is based on the advantageous character, and then the blue stars are based on the advantageous category. So you've got like the parameters revolved around it. I'm just going to pick a few here just based on what I see. So let's go with AGL Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Of course, you want the full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku as well. I guess you could pick this guy. Let's just kind of play around with it. We need one more, so let's see, who do we want? Yeah, this guy probably. Alright, so let's see what this ends up producing. So based on that, the chain power will be 103, so that's probably your best option in terms of like the, I guess, connector, so to speak, right? Let me just make sure I understand this correctly. Yeah, チェーンパワーが高いほど敵に与えるダメージが増加します。コネクター選びの参考にしてください。So, based on, obviously the chain power, the higher it is, the more damage you apply. It seems like what I'm seeing here is the tech version of Super Saiyan 4, full power Goku is your optimal choice based on 103 rating for the chain power. You have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta as well, the AGL version with 101. And the LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is 98. So you have 24 categories shared, I guess, with this guy, and then 29 links, I guess, and then 1 typing. So I guess that's the way it's set up. It's a little bit hard to tell, right, based on like how to set things up. But this is basically your support options. So with that being said, you have 22 basically shared. And you can see like the list of categories like Shadow Dragon Saga's, Vegeta's family, whatever, and then you have your link skill, set up. So you have 9 shared links, or 12 shared links, and then 9 categories shared, and then the typing matches, so you get 1 for that, and then that's pretty much the full 22 number count for the total amount of the cumulative number, I guess, so to speak. You've also got the variation here where it's slightly different, I guess. Yeah, so instead of LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you've got the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta as well as the AGL type as well. And then 19 on here between the 3 guys here. So I'm guessing based on the setup, you're looking at your target, attacker as pretty much the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I don't know if it tells you the typing for this unit necessarily. Let's take a look, actually. Yeah, it doesn't break it down fully yet. I guess, yeah, I mean, there's no way to know at this point. They haven't revealed anything, so I guess, that's kind of one of those, unknown variables that we have to consider. But I think based on what I'm seeing here, that's pretty much the setup. As you can see, a lot of the units do revolve around, the GT Super Saiyan 4s. I mean, that's kind of a given, but this is a free-to-play unit, the Spirit Bomb GT Goku, so that should be a unit that you guys have unless you joined fairly late. I don't know if there was ever an opportunity to go back in and get the unit or not, but I think based on what I'm seeing here, it's likely the best way to set this up is either the Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I guess you could try it with the Tech version as well, or the Tech Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then have your connectors basically, being these guys or, this guy, unless, I guess if you're going with another attacker besides, this unit, you obviously want to, place them as a supporter, and same case for this one too, so I don't know, that's the way I look at it. I guess you can technically have the same unit as supporting, battle units, as well as the attacker, so this whole, explosive chain battle gets a little bit tricky, or there's a lot of things to consider. So I'm not an expert by any means, but that, the takeaway for me is that's probably the best way to go about it. So I know this is kind of a simple summary, and I could have been a lot more, detailed with it, but this is probably the level of breakdown that I'm willing to provide at this state. And then once we find out more info, I guess we can kind of talk about it. But yeah, this is probably the way you want to go about it. Just test it out. We'll see how it goes once it comes out and becomes available. But for the time being, at least we can kind of. It gives you enough time, to prepare for leveling up links and stuff like that. I don't know what kind of impact that would potentially have, but I guess you might as well if you're at it. So we'll leave it at that, and hopefully it was some sort of informative type video to some degree. Again, it's not as detailed as I could have been, but hopefully it's a simple enough short summary of what to expect coming up. All right, with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later.